Here you see one of the real trades I did in QQQI. I sold the May 15th $52 cash secure put option and got $1.65 per share. Then several days later on January 20th, I sold another QQQI May 15th 52 put option. For that, I pocketed $1.77 per share. And the third trade I'm going to talk about in this video was a put option I sold in SPYI. Here you see on February 17th, I sold the June 18th $50 put option and was paid $1.40 per share for this one. So the question is, why would I sell put options against these high dividend paying ETFs instead of just buying them outright and collecting the nice high dividends? SPYI and QQQI are very popular high dividend paying ETFs. And the reason is that they pay a really high dividend. Notice that right now SPYI is paying just under a 12% annualized dividend. That's enough to get any income investor excited or at least interested. So people buy it for this nice high monthly dividend. But when I looked at it, I started wondering something. What if selling put options against SPYI or QQQI could actually pay me more than the dividend? But even more importantly, can I use selling put options to help me buy this high dividend paying ETF at a lower price? But what you might not expect, especially if you're new to options, is that when you sell these put options, you can actually collect premium without even owning this high yield ETF. So in this video, we're going to talk through the real trades I've done in these high yield ETFs. We're going to talk through all the math so you can decide if this is something you might want to consider doing. Then we're also going to talk about the risk of selling put options like I've done here. But the big question we're going to answer at the end of this video is selling put options against these high yield ETFs, QQQI and SPYI, is that actually better or will actually pay you more than owning these high yield ETFs and collecting that monthly dividend? So why do people buy these cover call ETFs in the first place? Well, they pay a really nice high dividend. Here you see that SPYI is paying 11.97% annualized. And QQQI, well, it's paying just over a 14% annualized return. If you like dividends, this is a really pretty dividend chart. Notice that QQQI's dividends have been over 60 cents per share every month over the past several months. And as a result, these two ETFs have become very popular for income-driven investors. I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't want a bunch of income every month for basically doing nothing? But if QQQI and SPYI already pay nice high dividends, why would someone sell put options against them instead of just buying them outright? First, let me show you the three trades I did against these two ETFs. Let me talk you through why I did them and what they mean, what I had at risk, what was my opportunity, how much I pocketed. Here's the first trade I did on January 8th. I sold the QQQI May 15th 52 put. For that, I pocketed $1.65 per share. So what exactly did I do here? I sold someone the right to sell me 100 shares of QQQI for $52 per share. And they could do it any time between the day I sold this put option and the expiration day, which was the third Friday of May. When I did this trade, QQQI was trading for around $53.50 per share. So basically, I sold them insurance. I sold them the right to sell me these shares in case QQQI dropped way down in price. If that happened, then I'd be sitting there waiting to buy these shares at $52 per share. Then a couple weeks later, I did the same trade again. I sold another May 15th $52 put option. And this time I got a little more. I got $1.77 per share. So now I've committed to buying 200 shares of QQQI between the date I sold this put option and the expiration day, which was May 15th. And finally, my SPYI trade. On February 17th, I sold someone the right to sell me 100 shares of SPYI between the day I sold this option, which was February 17th, and the expiration day of this option, which is June 18th, for $50 per share. And to give them that right, they paid me $1.40 per share. Here you see all the way on the end of this chart, that's the day I sold that put option. SPYI was trading for around $52.17 per share. And so I gave this person the right to sell me 100 shares of SPYI at $50 per share. So what's actually happening here? I've sold someone insurance. I've sold them the right to sell me a stock at a price lower than what it was currently trading at. And to make it worth my while, they paid me some option premium. If QQQI and SPYI stay above the strike price that I sold them the put option at, then nothing happens. I keep the premium and they keep their stock. However, if they drop below the strike price of the put option I sold to them, they have the ability to sell me 100 shares of those ETFs at any point before expiration day. And for me, it gives me the opportunity to buy that stock at a lower price than it was trading at when I sold them that put option. So the way I look at it, I either just get paid or I get paid and I get to buy an ETF that I wouldn't mind owning anyways at a lower price than what I was trading at when I sold these put options. But here's where it gets interesting. How much dividend income would I have collected if I had just bought those shares on the day I sold these put options? Or in other words, did the put option premium I collect actually beat how much I would have pocketed if I had bought the ETFs outright? Let's compare the two possible income streams. Over the past several months, QQQI has been paying around 61 cents per share to 64 cents per share. So if we do the math and we say the dividend was around 63 cents per share, I would pocket for the 4 months I would own this ETF about $2.52 per share. But remember, with QQQI, I only pocketed $1.77 per share for that put. So that's quite a difference. But is there more to it than that? The answer is yes. As you see here, when I sold that put option, my margin requirement was only around $684 to $612. So I didn't have to have that whole $5,000 sitting there doing nothing. Because the margin requirement was so low, that put option I sold, I actually had $4,516 just sitting there doing nothing. Well, it wasn't exactly doing nothing. I was actually collecting some nice interest on that cash. In fact, I get around 4% annualized for the cash I have sitting in this account. So I actually pocketed an additional $60 in interest for the 4 months I sold this put option. So now let's redo this math. For the put option I sold, I pocketed $1.77 per share. I then pocketed an additional 60 cents per share worth of interest. In total, when I sold that put option, I pocketed about $2.37 per share. If I had owned QQQI outright, I would have pocketed dividends in the amount of $2.52 per share for the same 4-month time frame. So as you see, it's pretty close, but the dividend's actually a little bit higher. But is there something else to consider here? You're probably thinking, Randy wouldn't ask that question unless there was something else to consider. And you'd be right. You see, the way I did it, by selling that put option, I wasn't locking myself into the market price. I was trying to get a lower price than what it was trading at. But I also wanted to collect pretty much the same dividend while I waited. So I collected that put option premium, I collected interest on my money, and I was lined up to get it at a better price if it came down. So you might be thinking, well, that sounds pretty good. But is there a catch? Well, kind of. Let me show you. Think about this. What happens if SPYI or QQI crash way down? Say they crash down to $40 per share or $35 per share. What happens? I've locked myself in at buying them at $52 per share or $50 per share. You see, if the ETF drops a lot, I'll be buying shares for a lot higher price than what it may be currently trading at. But I knew that up front. I knew what price I was willing to buy those shares at, and that's why I sold the put option. That's why I only sell put options in stocks or ETFs that I'd be happy to own, and at strike prices I'd be happy to own them at. That's something I want you to be very careful of if you're thinking about doing a similar strategy, selling put options against an ETF or stock that you wouldn't mind buying. Here's the problem. Notice how much cash I have sitting in this account. I have right at $249,401. The question is, how many shares will my broker let me sell put options against? Remember that number, $249,000. As you see, my broker will allow me to sell 338 contracts worth of QQQI at $50 per share. Now remember, for each contract, I'm promising to buy 100 shares worth of this ETF. So let's do some quick math. My broker is letting me sell 338 contracts worth of put options at $50 per share. Remember, each put option contract, I'm promising to buy 100 shares worth. So if I were to do that order, which my broker will let me do, I'm on the hook for buying $1.69 million worth of QQQI. Since I only have $249,000 available, I'm $1.4 million short. That's a problem. I mean, don't misunderstand me. I'd love to pocket this $50,700, but I'd be taking a huge risk that could wipe my account out. That would be a very bad decision for me. So please, if you're new to option trading, make sure you understand your risk or what could possibly happen, what could go wrong before you sell any put option. I'm going to share a video with you at the very end of this video you can watch if you're brand new to option trading. It'll help explain exactly what you're doing so you know the risk that you're taking. And once you understand the risk, then you can make an intelligent decision as to whether this is a good strategy for you to consider. So is selling put options against SPYI and QQQI better than just buying the ETF outright? Well, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If your goal is immediate, easy income, and you don't mind paying market price for the ETF, then go ahead and buy the shares. But if your goal is maybe buying at a discount while also collecting about the same premium, then selling put options at a price you'd be happy to own at might be the better option. That's why I typically choose to sell put options first against stocks I wouldn't mind owning, like SPYI and like QQQI. I collect almost the same premium, but I'm able to buy them at a discount if the put options end up being assigned. I mean, who wouldn't want to buy something at a discount? So the real question is, would you rather buy SPYI or QQQI today and start collecting that dividend? Or would you like to collect almost the same amount of premium, but be able to buy it potentially at a discount? That's something you have to answer for yourself. If you'd like to know exactly when I'm buying and selling stocks and options, check out the benefits of becoming a patron down at the link in the description below. And just note, there's a 20% discount if you pay for the full year up front. It's important if you're going to sell put options, you completely understand everything about them, the risk you're taking, and all the opportunities they present. If you're newer to option trading, check out the video at the link above and the description below entitled The Full Option Trading Course for Beginners. Until next time, happy investing, and we'll see you again soon.